Well, I love love. Everyone loves love. Love comes in many shapes and forms. It can be brutal yet fulfilling, but over time, the discourse in love and its perspectives has definitely, and definitions has definitely evolved. Myself and my crewmates, Keely, Meg, Jacqueline, and Jazz, we set out to endeavor on this perspective and this story, and to see what people feel about love in this generation. We interviewed and dove into discussions about love with people from our generation and other generations. And here's what they think about love.
Love is complicated, but at the same time, it's very simple because it's everywhere.
It's a lot. Yeah.
It's about what you have to give to the things in your life that make you happy.
It's beautiful, it's built on trust and showing up for people even when it's hard.
It takes time and effort and energy, and it's not easy. But when it's good love, then it's easy. Just having like an intense amount of care and consideration for each other.
There is a generalized idea that this era of love is toxic, disconnected, and at times transactional, that it's built on online dating and a fuck ton of situationships.
Is that where you're like hooking up with another person and then, but you're not like exclusive?
It's kind of like when both of you do decide to just have fun, no strings attached or anything, but it just feels like there's more.
It very much has the potential to be a relationship, but out of one of a billion reasons, it doesn't progress to that stage.
One person, and they're like mutually like each other, but I think it always comes to one person being like,
It's dating without the labels, or I don't know, it's just dating without the labels.
Am I like so old that I don't know what a situationship is? Is that what it is?
Situationship that ended weirdly was not it.
I mean, I definitely have some bones to pick with this generation and their kind of idea of dating and love.
I was fairly, not invested, but interested in online dating for a while, especially coming out of the last major relationship I was in.
I will never participate in it because I don't believe in it, but I have sat and scrolled through my friends' profiles and oh my goodness, is it a blast.
I would try it and then I would get bored because the swiping is the worst thing, and it's always like a looks thing, and I'm not what the standard of what Australians would consider drop dead gorgeous.
The digital aspect really contributed towards us getting together, I guess. Obviously, we were texting heaps in the beginning, and then it was during also the pandemic, so we were just having heaps of like FaceTime dates.
So we know what we want, but is it even out there? A love story is still being written in this modern age. Has a chapter of romance come to a close?
So we started dating when I was 17, and we broke up just before I turned 21.
When I was 21, I got my heart ripped out.
This relationship, while not unhealthy, not toxic by any means, was not what it should have been.
It was at the end of high school and I think it was a little bit just holding on to hope.
It's been my only real serious relationship, and it was very special to me because it was my first relationship with a woman.
It just kind of came out of nowhere, but like in a good way, I guess. I'd say we were in love. Like it was true love. Like we were so young. It was so beautiful.
That definitely shaped my relationships after that, where I was dating someone and then I'd break up with them 3 months later and they'd be like, you know what, I'm kind of bored, and then I'll go back to them.
We were both kind of falling back onto very surface level or stereotypical ideas of how love should be shown to one another to cover for the fact that neither of us really knew how to approach love?
So I met her roommate Tyler on Tinder. We had a couple casual encounters, you know, hookups. And then he started dating someone, but, you know, at that point I'd be hanging out, you know, at his house, and I'd met his roommate, female roommate, and I started hanging out with her, and that's who I started to date.
We started texting, then we just started hanging out one-on-one. It was really just like a friendship first before going into the relationship. We don't really know exactly when it kind of turned.
But then, yeah, we broke up because I cheated.
It definitely taught me a lot about myself and what I want.
It came to quite a messy end when I think we both kind of realised that we needed to take some steps back to readjust.
And then we broke up. Me and Tyler still remain friends. Neither of us speak to that girl anymore.
I didn't see him for 3 years, like almost the whole of COVID. Yeah. And he tells me he loves me. He's like, I'm still in love with you. And I'm like, girl, no.
Yeah, I don't really talk to that person anymore.
So it just sort of fizzled out. There was like no trust anymore, and yeah, and I think we both were just very immature. But so I think the next time I'm in love, it'll be different.
I feel like it was important that we both stepped away to then be able to move forward in life, showing love in a healthier way.
We were able to communicate those differences and work together towards finding a way to tackle these and kind of set like a common goal.
Well, fuck. This has been a journey. I don't know about you, but I'm as confused as I was at the beginning. But doesn't that say something about our generation and love? It's confusing because we're human. What we have heard from our interviewees, love is complex, particularly in this generation. It isn't about the expectations or convenience, it's about the experience of love. Hearing the different opinions and stories, we can understand that love isn't just romance. It is also love that we find in other aspects of our lives, our family, our friends, and within ourselves. Instead of saying, I love you, I think, try to say, no, I know I do. Maybe it'll be worth the experience. That's up to you.